Hello and welcome to Product Discovery Unlocked, 6 sessions to improve on-site search and navigation. This is our video series to help you understand one of the easiest ways to help your customers find the products they want to buy, which will reduce bounce rates and improve your conversion rates. In this video, we're tackling how AI search, that's artificial intelligence, can improve your customer journey and sales. I'm Chloe Thomas, host of the E-commerce Masterplan podcast, and I'm joined by Miles Tinsley. Based in the USA, Miles has spent the last 7 years helping e-commerce businesses take advantage of automation software. Hello, Miles.
Hey, Chloe.
Great to have you here. Let's dive straight in. When should on-site search be considered as a key way to increase sales?
Yes. Well, the short answer for me is it's day one. But let's take a step back and look at where you are with your e-commerce brand, either your SMB brand or you're very well established. For an SMB brand that's just getting established or just getting up and running, it's super important that you, number one, just start looking at the search traffic, right? Start to measure when you're starting to find people enter in search queries. I think number one, you have to also look at, number one, is my search bar in a prominent location? Can I find out where my search bar is on the site? How many products are there on the catalog in the site itself? Do I know what I'm looking for? I think once you kind of have that concept or idea on the website and you start to look at what queries people are entering, how many they're entering, I think it's a really good idea to start kind of taking notice and start to write down on either a piece of paper or start to send this to your merchandising team or just your internal analytics team on what people are searching for on the site. I think that's when you start to take notice of, hey, I should start to look in this a little bit more. There's loads of stats that we've come up with from, if typically industry standard is 15% of all traffic is somehow engaging in search. But the beauty of that is that can account up to 40% of your entire revenue. So if you don't understand and start to track the importance of search, you'll start to lose a lot of money and leave a lot of money on the table. So there's different paths of understanding when should I start looking to search. I say from day one, you don't necessarily have to go out and put together a very expensive technology on getting a very sophisticated search, but start looking at your search data from day one, especially if you have a high catalog.
Mm-hmm. So it's partly how much customers are using your existing search, but it's also partly how customers are, or how many products you've got, how much customers need search. Because if you've got one SKU, search software is not necessarily the right way to go down, but as you get more and more and more, it becomes ever more difficult to help that customer.
Absolutely. I mean, it's all for a consumer like you and I, it's all about speed to purchase, right? If you have a high catalog, right, and I know exactly what you're looking for, people who search, they're on a mission. They know what they're looking for. And so you want to be able to get them to the checkout as fast as possible. So bypassing navigation, click here, click there, subcategory click, product click, add to cart click, checkout click, right? You're reducing the amount of clicks if they just go to the search bar and they feel confident in knowing that they're going to find what they're looking for. That's where you start to look at, okay, I know that I need to start focusing on my search because people are starting to type in certain queries and they're starting to find certain queries or not find certain queries. If they're not finding something that is actually on your website, then you have a problem, right? Then you need to backtrack because you've essentially lost them to a competitor, in my view, right? So you're leaving that average order value on the table. And I think that's when you should start jumping straight into understanding the importance of search.
And of course, you need to understand what's actually happening. So kind of like rule number one is actually look at what's happening with those search results, as you said, because if you have never looked at them, then you are definitely disappointing customers in some way or another, possibly something which I've seen many a retailer look at it for the first time and go, oh, but I can fix that. That's so simple. So it's partly just about being aware, isn't it?
I think so. And like I have a really great kind of backstory from one of our SMB brands that we work with was it was a merchant that was actually local in Atlanta, Georgia, and a lot of their consumers were searching for socks on their website, but they actually never sold socks. And so they were looking at this data and understanding this data and understanding that people were expecting them to sell socks. Well, now they figured out what's next on their product line. Is now they started manufacturing socks. They started shipping out socks because people were coming to the site looking for this particular item, and now they actually can find those items and they can check out. So it's a source of not only understanding the importance of search, but also understanding what could possibly be my next product line. I think that's really cool.
And of course, the other side of it is that once you've got intelligent search software in place on your website, then you get to the point where that is making a huge difference to the searching experience without you having to do anything. It's just working in the background, creating those great customer journeys.
That's right. Yep, that's right. I think if you think about the confidence that we have on Google.com, like we feel so confident. We can literally type in whatever we want, and most likely we feel so confident that we're going to find an answer. Either it's going to give you the answer before the articles, or it'll be in the first couple articles. Like, we're so confident in Google. Well, consumers, there's still a lack of confidence when you're shopping and searching on SMBs all the way up to very enterprise level websites, right? And so we are filling that void of making consumers feel confident and searching for really what they are truly looking for and really what they want to find, and the confidence that they'll actually find it. I think that's the big gap that we're filling in the e-commerce world.
And we often hear about how systems use AI, so artificial intelligence, or ML, machine learning. Now, I don't want to get too deep into what the difference is between them, because we could be here for hours. But how does Klaviyo use them to do what we all want, which is to improve the site performance for the customers so we increase our revenue?
Yeah, I mean, just to keep it very simple, and this technology exists all over the place, is like, to keep it very simple, we're just understanding what's happening on the website. So if I go to the website and I click this or I click that, I search for this, I add this to the cart and I buy, Klaviyo just knows that. We understand, we're starting to see these trends. We start to see, what are people searching for? Okay, I'm searching for a pair of socks, okay? Okay, what color pair of socks am I searching for? Okay, I'm searching for a blue pair of socks, or I'm clicking into the variant level of blue, and then I'm adding large to the as the size, and then I'm checking out. Okay, so that entire customer timeline, that entire customer journey is now being tracked by Klaviyo, right? And that's a part of the machine learning that exists today, but we're just adding it to our technology, right? We just want to get more and more and more of that data soaked into the background of Klaviyo, that we can start to predict certain trends. Okay, when Miles comes to the site, we know that he likes the size large, or he likes the color blue, he likes socks. So why can't we go in and personalize the next experience based on that trend? And typically I look at two things. You have mass consumer, so what are you and I searching for? What are you and I buying? What are you and I adding to the cart? Versus individual consumer intent. So what am I particularly buying versus what are you particularly buying or adding to the cart searching for? So I know you'll have user A and user B. So let's use Klaviyo's personalization engine and use that machine learning of us gathering that data to personalize the experience moving forward.
So you're using your person A and person B. If person A has come to your website for the first ever time and types in socks, they'll see your best-selling red socks followed by your best-selling green socks and whatever people who search tend to buy as socks. But if person B, Miles, who's been in before and who always buys large blue socks, has come on and if he searches just for socks, then he's going to see large blue socks. Exactly.
Yeah. So we're taking that data, and this is not just based on the previous search could also go into upsell, cross-sell. So what other products sell well with large blue socks? Maybe a pair of blue pants. Right? And so we're looking at these trends. We're just identifying certain trends to header belt forecast, right? What else is Miles most likely to buy? And then it's not just based on my past data, but somebody else on the site that maybe have purchased a pair of socks, what did they buy? Well, maybe Miles will also like this sort of product, right? And so it's allowing us to just use that mass consumer data to feed into the individual consumer data based on my own past preferences. And I think that's important for technologies, that they can access that technology, because if you look at enterprise retailers, they have teams, thousands of people on this particular feature because they can afford it, right?
Yeah.
The market for Clevu, it's and some of these smaller retailers is that how am I ever going to have access to this sort of technology? And that's where Clevu can really come in and help.
Yeah, we can't all build a team just to run our search on our site.
Right.
What a crazy idea.
Right.
But what we can do is we can access best of breed software by using Clevu instead, and that's going to give us, I guess it's going to give us what's a bit like having a real world shop assistant, but in the virtual space, isn't it? Because we've got that kind of helping hand guiding us through good decisions as a consumer when we're on the website.
I totally agree. I think, and there's still a massive kind of void or hole in the market for a kind of a shopping assistance through search. Search is one thing, right? But I might have questions on shipping. I might have questions on other similar products. Maybe search is working really well, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for, even though I'm searching and finding relevant products. So it's almost like you walk into a store, someone comes directly up to you and say, well, I really want this, but do you have any other kind of like-minded products? And they walk you straight there and you can start to shop. I think it's the same sort of method when you're online. Even when we get done working from 9 to 5, right? Everybody might go home and not work anymore, but we still want that shopping assistance to still really work maybe at 10 o'clock at night. So having a technology that can understand even when we're in bed and we're searching, and we want to still feel that confident instead of waiting until the next morning where I know I can find a human to help me find the products that I'm looking for.
Excellent. So within this whole piece, what we're seeing is that the more you get people to use that search, the more you learn, the more the software learns, and that's going to have that huge impact on increasing our sales.
Huge, exactly. And I think for us, it's discovery. Again, it's that void that we just want to feel confident. And if I have an idea of what I'm looking for, I want to find relevant products. Now, how relevant can I get? Relevant on just the search query in terms of identifying the title and the description, or is it also adding in an additional layer of what are my interests? So based on my interest, what products are relevant? Based on Chloe's interest, what products are relevant, right? I think that's the key difference of a really good search versus a very smart and relevant search.
Brilliant. Thank you, Miles. So guys, what you need is that search box, getting the data so you can then put in place, not doing it yourself, but getting some great software that takes advantage of the latest artificial intelligence and machine learning systems to create both that personalized experience for your returning buyers and a great experience, a great product discovery experience for your first-time buyers, all of which is going to increase those all-important conversion rates and sales levels. Now, if you'd like to find out more about how Clevu can help you improve user experience and drive conversions and revenue through that search bar, then go to clevu.com. That's KLEVU.com to sign up for a free 14-day trial to see exactly how quickly Clevu can improve your site performance and sales.